You hit your 60s and you know what to expect. The knees start aching when it rains. You walk into a room and instantly forget why you're there. You start noticing you're moving just a little bit slower. Your doctor gives you a sympathetic nod and mentions your age. Your friends trade complaints about back pain over coffee. Every movie, every advertisement, every birthday card makes the same joke. You are past your prime and it is a steady slide downhill. We absorb this script without a second thought. We accept that aging is a strict biological inevitability, a one-way downward trajectory that happens to us, entirely outside of our control. But a team of researchers at Yale University, led by Dr. Becca Levy, tracked over 11,000 older adults for 12 years. The standard assumption is a 100% steady decline. Instead, data showed nearly 45% of participants actually improved in at least one area, cognitive or physical function. Only a third steadily declined. 20% got better in both domains. The researchers found that this improvement wasn't tied to wealth or genetics. The strongest predictor of how these people aged physically was how they thought about aging psychologically. Think of it like checking a weather forecast. If you're absolutely convinced a severe storm is about to hit, you cancel your plans, lock your doors, and stay inside. The forecast itself didn't trap you in the house. Your response to the forecast did. By anticipating the rain, you chose isolation and a lack of movement. The exact same mechanism applies to getting older. If you believe you are simply too old to learn a new skill, or too fragile to take a long walk, you stop trying. That lack of activity guarantees the decline. But people holding positive age beliefs trigger behavioral activation. Because they expect to be capable, they go on walks, they learn new hobbies, and they socialize. The belief dictates the physical behavior, and those behaviors actively build the exact biological outcome the person originally expected. Your body translates these mental beliefs into physical reality through a specific stress response pathway. If you view aging as a downward spiral, minor aches trigger panic. A stiff joint sends a spike of cortisol into your system. Chronic cortisol exposure leads to faster cellular aging. It physically erodes telomeres, the caps on your DNA strands, breaking cells down faster. Conversely, the Yale researchers found that people with positive age beliefs consistently exhibited lower inflammatory markers, slower cognitive decline, and significantly better cardiovascular health. Your psychology is an active, ongoing mechanism that rewrites your cellular structure in real time. Because your beliefs carry so much biological weight, you must audit the language you use daily. Think about how often people excuse forgetting a name by calling it as senior moment. It makes zero logical sense. 25-year-olds are distracted and misplace their car keys all the time, but they never blame it on their age. Calling it a senior moment just reinforces your own narrative of decline. Instead of viewing aging as a loss of capacity, the data supports viewing it as an accumulation of skill and perspective. Neurologists track crystallized intelligence, your ability to use accumulated knowledge, and it actually keeps growing well into your 60s. Remember the Yale data? Nearly half of the participants improved. Living a capable, active life in your later years is highly achievable. It is a direct consequence of your active beliefs and behaviors, rather than a genetic lottery. We treat our view of aging like an objective biological fact, but it is heavily shaped by geography. In Western culture, older adults are often associated with irrelevance and invisibility. In other parts of the world, getting older is tightly linked to authority, respect, and wisdom. This creates a terrifying loop. Your culture hands you a script about what getting old looks like. Your brain accepts that script as truth, and then your biology physically alters itself to confirm the story. You are aging right now, which means you are currently holding a specific set of beliefs about what that process means for your body. How many of those beliefs did you consciously choose, and how many did you just passively absorb from television and advertising? The most optimistic part of the science is that beliefs are entirely malleable. Once you recognize the script you've been handed, you can throw it out and rewrite the physical, biological outcome for yourself. If this made you rethink what aging means to you, hit follow. And drop down into the comments right now to tell us, What is one specific belief about getting older that you didn't even realize you had absorbed?